What's up, Lake Central? I'm Colton Tomaszewski.
And I'm Winnie Rains.
And this is your second installment of Try TV. Let's send it over to Madison and Michael for some announcements.
What's up, Lake Central? My name is Madison Sandoval.
And I'm Michael Pucci.
And here are your weekly announcements. Homecoming tickets will continue to be sold through September 11th. You can check your email for more details or see Ms. Klein and guidance with any questions.
Anyone interested in mock trial should attend a call-out meeting after school on Monday, September 11th. See Ms. Combs in C324 for more details.
Looking to give a helping hand towards Texas? The theater program is collecting new and packaged underwear in Ms. Sneth's room, A111, throughout all next week.
Any students interested in the Indiana University Honors Program in Foreign Languages should attend an informational meeting after school on Wednesday, September 13th in C106.
If you're interested in seeing which college representatives will be visiting Lake Central, you can go to guidance for more details.
Okay.
Student athletic passes can be bought in the athletic office before or after school, except on Fridays because of games.
Just a reminder to students that the daily announcements can also be found on the school's website.
That's all the announcements we have for you today, Lake Central. I'm Madison Sandoval.
And I'm Michael Pucci.
Let's send it back to Coleman Whitney.
Welcome back. The tragic events that took place on September 11, 2001 affected many people around the world.
We caught up with Don Bacso to get his personal account from that day.
My name is Don Bacso, and I am the Vice President of the Lake Central School Board. Been part of the Lake Central School Board now for 9 years. I was in New York on 9/11 on a business trip. It was a one-week business trip. That morning it was a beautiful day. There was not a cloud in the sky. It was warm. It was probably like 75 or 80 degrees already that morning.
It is beautiful outside, perfect September day with lots of sunshine.
Other than that, it's kind of quiet around the country. We like quiet. It's quiet. It's too quiet.
And I walked to work that morning, and I was actually in the building by 7:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. My first reaction was, as I felt the explosion, I felt the plane hit, I felt the explosion, I felt it come right through the building to my floor, because I was on the 57th floor. When the building started to sway, then I thought that it was a bomb. I thought they had gotten a bomb in the base of the building, and the building was trying to figure which way it was going to fall. At that point, I was nervous and fearful for my life at that point. I was still in the stairwell going down from the 57th floor when the second plane hit.
One of our producers said perhaps a second plane was involved. Another passenger plane hitting the World Trade Center.
All of us in the stairwell, all the people that were in the stairwell, I mean, it was very calm. Everybody's helping each other out, get down the stairs. We were talking in the stairwell, and we heard, rumors from people calling from outside, family members and stuff, saying, you were hit by a commercial jet airliner, which just didn't make sense because it was a perfectly clear day. How could we get hit by a commercial jet airliner? So we thought possibly it was an accident as we were going down the stairs. So I didn't realize the true magnitude of what happened until I got outside. My first thought was anger. I was very angry because, who could take two commercial jet airliners, with people on them and just crash them into our buildings, kill innocent people on the planes, innocent people just going to work that day in the buildings. So there was a lot of anger. After that, I think there was a lot of empathy. There was a lot of sadness knowing that thousands of people have just lost their lives. And then after that is what still continues to this day a little bit is guilt. It's called survivor's guilt. You're guilty because you're here and you're not. You're not there. How come I was saved and the others were not? Right after it happened, I got home. It's good that you have family and, my wife and my children and everything, and all my family members, my mother and my brothers and sisters, really, and friends help you get it through. Every time this anniversary gets close, there's a lot of people still out there that, remember that day. And I go out and speak every year at this time and go around and speak to, high schools, middle schools, community events. And it's to remind the younger generation now to not forget what happened on that day. That's what I try to pass along now is to the younger generations, don't forget about what happened that day. It's kind of like be vigilant and don't let your guard down. And I think one of the key things is you can't take life for granted. Because it could be gone like that. One day you're here, the next minute you're not. So it's really just take full advantage of life every day.
Thank you for sharing your story.
Next, we caught up with some Lake Central staff and students to see how their life has changed when the class of 2017 graduated.
My relationship with my sister is basically what it would be like with a best friend.
We have the same sense of humor and we like the same things, and I really love being around her and I miss her a lot right now. Walking into school alone is pretty weird because we usually go to our classes together and stuff and like start our mornings together. And then coming home from school is kind of different too because I usually would have someone to meet up with, but instead I have to find like my friend Val or someone else to walk with, and it's just really different. It's just kind of lonely at home. Like when I come in, I'll like walk into her room and like I'll hope that she's there, but she's not. So it's just kind of like weird, and I'm not really used to it, but yeah, that's probably the hardest part. Good luck at IU, Lauren, and who's your daddy?
My son Brad Loden is going to IUPUI. He was a good kid, never gave me any trouble. Never really had to worry about him, you know, he's a good student, good grades, athlete. There are some differences at school, you know, since I teach here, Brad would ride to school with me. So for 4 years, you know, he was in, you know, going to school with me. I also taught him last year, so I had him in class. He would come to PTE. With him being an athlete, you know, I went to all his functions, and then he was a super fan, so he was at all basketball and football games, and I'm the head cheer coach, so, you know, there's a big void with not having him at school. I texted Brad this morning and wished him good luck on his test, so, you know, if he was here, I'd still be pushing the academics, and I just wish him, you know, to have a good year and enjoy himself.
My sister's Liv Bourne, she goes to Purdue Cal. Me and Liv are really close. We share everything together. She's basically one of my best friends, and we talk like every single day. And whenever she comes home, it's really fun, like reuniting together and going shopping and stuff. Getting ready for football games and dances together was really fun. I helped her get ready for her senior prom with one of her best friends and helped her get her nails done and her hair done, so that was really fun, and picking out her dress and everything. I hope you're having a fun time at college and we all miss you back at home.
Let's keep things rolling and send it over to Jack and Bailey for this week's sports update.
Welcome to this week's sports update. I'm Jack Thiel.
And I'm Bailey Furman.
Girls golf travels to LaPorte for the Pat Ford Invitational tomorrow.
Tomorrow, the boys soccer team plays at home against LaPorte,
while girls varsity soccer stays here at home and plays the LaPorte Slicers.
Boys and girls cross country travel to Lowell High School for the Bob Thomas Invite.
Girls volleyball plays at home Monday against the Munster Mustangs.
Boys tennis travels to Maryville to face off against the Pirates.
Don't forget about the big game tonight.
The LC football team faces off against the rival Crown Point tonight at 7.
The theme is USA, so make sure you wear your stars and stripes and support the tribe.
That's it for your sports update. I'm Bailey Furman.
And I'm Jack Field. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, guys. Hope to see everyone at the game tonight.
While you're at the game tonight, listen for the band to play LC's fight song.
LCTV's own Haley Renner has more on her fight song.
School spirit seems to be a big thing around Lake Central. But did you know we have a fight song? We caught up with some students and staff at Lake Central to find out more about it.
I'm Melissa Reddick, and I am the Director of Guidance. I believe 1967 is when they made the fight song. That was the first graduating class. That was the class that made the fight song. And they actually came up with the name Lake Central as well. Well, we had a spot. You know, we do have a brand new building, and we need to kind of put some tradition and some pride into it. And you know, your fight song is a source of pride, and it was an opportunity for us to put that. I mean, it's a great place for it to put it there. Last year, actually, we started with this with the freshman group. We decided to put out a shirt that had the fight song on the back. So the entire class of 2020 had the opportunity to get a shirt. So if kids were at a game or a pep rally and someone was sitting in front of them with the fight song on the back, they'd be able to say it. We recognized that a lot of students didn't know the fight song.
Yeah, we do have a fight song.
Oh yeah, I knew that. I did know.
Beginning.
Oh wait, I know it. I had to do it for cheer up. I don't remember. No, I don't remember.
That was pretty interesting. Thanks, Haley. Now let's send it over to Drew for a little segment we like to call Questions with Drew.
I'm Caitlin.
And what's taller, 5'12" or 6 feet? Why did you say 6 feet?
Well, because I didn't.
Y-E-S spells yes.
Excuse me?
If Y-E-S spells yes, what does E-Y-E-S spell?
Yes.
10 seconds.
I don't know. E-Y-E-S.
Yeah, what does that spell?
Eases.
James Nacarado.
Keon Sellers.
All right, what's taller, 5'12" or 6 feet?
5'12".
If YES spells yes, what does EYES spell?
EYES. ES. Eyes.
Oh. Hi, I'm Claire Gronick. I'm Libby Towison.
And who's on the $10 bill?
Theodore Roosevelt.
Okay, sounds all right to me.
Was he a president? Yeah. Was he?
Drew, was he a president?
I'm asking the questions here, not them. I'm the one asking the questions here. 5'12" or 6 foot, what's taller?
I got this.
They're the same. They're the same.
Okay, how many terms did Ben Franklin serve as president?
I don't Ben Franklin.
2?
Sure. I took a push. I don't know any half. A half.
He served half a term.
No.
Explain how that went down.
He quit.
I'm Kyle Nichols.
What grade are you in?
Freshman.
All right, start off. Who's on the $10 bill?
George W. Bush.
Hi, I'm Nicolina Marcetta, and I'm a freshman at LC.
How many terms did Ben Franklin serve as president?
4.
4 terms.
Yeah.
Okay, what's taller, 5'12" or 6 feet?
6 feet.
Why? Why is 6 feet taller?
Okay, what was the question again?
5'12" or 6 feet, which one's taller?
5'12".
Why? Why?
Why? Because
How many inches are in a feet, or foot?
12.
So if I'm 5 foot 12 inches, what does that make me? Just 12 inches in a foot, and I'm 5 foot 12 inches tall. It's the same height.
Same height. Same height.
We stopped by Mr. Zalonic's room to see his setup in the new edition of LCTV Cribs.
Hi, this is Mr. Zalonic's room. Come on in. Take a look around. This is room C304. There's all kinds of neat stuff from history on the walls. I'm also a tennis coach, so I got some tennis trophies. Had a very successful last season. I like Star Wars. I like stuffed animals. I love bears. Carvings. Oh yeah, I'm not a coach for golf, but I am a tennis coach. But I like to dabble in golf as well. I guess this is probably the most unusual thing, unless you were a golf coach. Under pressure, on TV.
Right at it. Right at it! Oh, he's done it again!
No, I've been a teacher here for 13 years. So if you looked at the desk, most of that stuff on my desk has been given to me over time by students that just, you know, like me or want to give me stuff.
Well, Lake Central, that wraps up this week's Tribe TV. I'm Colin Tomaszewski.
And I'm Whitney Rains.
Have a great weekend.